The content, views, and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer and do not necessarily reflect the view and opinions of the City of Bremerton, BCAT, their officials, or their employees.
Hello, my name is Dean Bostic, and welcome to my television show, Charities. For those of you that haven't seen my show, I interview and increase awareness of local nonprofits, charities, fundraisers, and causes. Today we have...
I'm Karen Waddington, and I am the communications lead for Relay for Life of Thurston County.
Okay. And tell us a bit about what do you do?
Well, let me just read you the mission statement.
Absolutely.
Because I don't have it memorized.
Oh.
Yeah. The Relay for Life is the signature event for American Cancer Society. And so this is the American Cancer Society's mission statement. The mission of the American Cancer Society is to improve the lives of people with cancer and their families through advocacy, research, and patient support, and to ensure everyone has the opportunity to prevent, detect, treat, and survive cancer. And their tagline is, every cancer, every life.
So tell us a bit more about what do you do and about the relays and how they started.
So Relay for Life is the signature event for the American Cancer Society. Okay. There are something like 1,250 of them that happen nationwide, year-round, all over the nation. Mm-hmm. And so we have two big ones here in our area. One is Relay for Life of Thurston County, okay. And Relay for Life of Thurston County is number 5 in the nation for fundraising out of those 1,200, wow, okay. Which is pretty amazing. We're very proud of that. Mm-hmm. And the Tacoma Relay that's where it all started. That really? It was the birthplace of Relay for Life. And so we have, and they're a legacy event.
Man, so how long have you been doing it? How long have you been a part of it?
So I've been a part of it about 5 years. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2020, and a friend of mine told me about Relay for Life and told me that I should get involved. And so I went and immediately volunteered, and then went from volunteering to being on leadership, and then went from that to being one of the leads for Thurston County.
That's beautiful. So tell us a bit about your other duties and what else do you do as far as events in your calendars and things like that. What do you have coming up besides the relays? So
there are a ton of fundraising that happens.
Okay.
Year-round for the relays. Okay. So on our website, and I'm sure that we'll put the website up to be able to. You can go and you can see what all of the different teams are doing.
Good.
And so between the two relays, we have something like 100 and something teams that are already signed up. Nice. That are going to be and they fundraise year-round. It's not a requirement for any team that comes together to fundraise. Mm-hmm. We encourage it, but we don't require it. There is no pressure with Relay for Life to do anything. And so we tell people, if you're not sure what Relay for Life is, just come experience it and see, because you don't have to walk. If you want to walk and walk a lap in honor of somebody, then we absolutely encourage that. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to walk, you want to sit on the sidelines and cheer people who are walking, we encourage that. If you want to put a team together and raise money and walk as a team, that's fantastic too. Oh. So however you want to get involved. And we have so many things going on during the day and during the day of. We've got food trucks and car shows and all kinds of things that people can come and be a part of. And then we've got our survivor caregiver lap that is our first lap that kicks off the relay. And so we invite all of our survivors and caregivers to come and walk a lap together. And it's usually something fun, like Celebration is played, and it's really loud. And we all we dance and walk at the same time. And it is a true celebration of both survivors and caregivers. And then there are activities that happen during the day. It's family friendly. We have all kinds of fun activities that happen. And then in the evening, as things start to quiet down a little bit, one of the new things that they're doing is called the bell ringing ceremony. And we have a bell, and anybody who wants to ring the bell in honor of somebody or who never had a chance to ring the bell at the end of treatment, we invite them to come. And so last year it was our first year doing it, and it was so moving and so emotional and so amazing. So we're going to bring that back.
Okay.
And then in the evening, as things get dark, we have our Luminaria ceremony. And our Luminaria ceremony is one of the most amazing, moving parts of the event. And as things get dark, then we have Luminaria bags, and they are decorated with people's names on them. Some are in honor, some are in memory of, and there are several thousand of them that line the track, and there are lights that are put into them.
Nice.
And then everything, we turn off all of the lights and turn off all the sound, and we have a bagpiper. And the bagpiper plays, and then we walk behind him and we walk a silent lap in honor of those that we've lost.
Wow, that is amazing.
And it is absolutely, it's one of the most amazing and one of the most moving parts of the entire event.
And how often do you guys do this?
We do this once a year,
Okay.
and we have different towns, different cities. They do it a little bit different. Thurston County, the way that they do it is we've gone back to almost the 24-hour. We used to do 24-hour. We're doing 22 hours this time. We're going to open the doors at 11:30 on June 21st at North Thurston High School, and so we'll do 22 hours. So we have people that will walk all through the night. And so the motto is cancer never sleeps, so neither will we.
Yeah,
And
nice.
so we
I
have
like
people that walk throughout the entire night. And then we have others like the one in Tacoma. That's going to start at noon. It'll be on May 17th. It'll start at noon, but it'll end at 10 p.m. So different ones do different things, do different hours and different ways. But it's an amazing event to be able to come to. Even if you just Google Relay for Life near me, you'll find all kinds of events in your area. You can also go to our website and you can take a look at the different fundraisers that are happening if you want to get involved in fundraisers that are happening for teams.
We had a couple of the fundraisers.
Oh, they do everything from, we have one that's called Barks for Life, and that one's coming up pretty quick. That'll be on the website. And so we have these amazing events where you can bring your dog and you can walk your dog and you can be a part of it. And then there's other events where they do just get-togethers for everything for casino nights or for shopping nights, or just depending on whatever the teams want to do. And you can do as little or as much as you want to. And that's what's so wonderful about this, is to see all the creativity and to see what people come up with, and then just to know that this is what we're doing. We're raising money for cancer research. And right now in Washington State, there are 19 grants that have been awarded for over $10 million that's actually staying here in Washington State.
Okay.
And so researchers are looking for ways to fight cancer.
Wow, that is beautiful. So much support, fundraisers going on. Man, super nice. Okay.
Absolutely.
And see, that's what my show is about. It's for people that don't know or haven't heard about this type of information from Karen. So thank everyone for tuning in, for watching. So we're going to take a break for a minute, then we will come back. And but I want to thank you guys, and you guys hang tight and don't leave.
Okay, man.
Promise.
Back in a minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks,
back.
Dean.
And welcome back. It's Dean Bostic, and welcome back to my television show, Charities. And for those of you that haven't seen it, I interview local charities, nonprofits, and fundraisers. And today we have two survivors of cancer, stage 4, Skip, and stage
Yes, I was.
stage 2. Wow, so glad to have you guys here today. And Skip, tell us a little bit about your experience with cancer. How were you diagnosed?
Oh, well, I went in for a blocked artery in my leg, and through the blood test, they said I had 4th-stage prostate cancer, and they wanted to do the chemo and radiate my bladder. And I chose not to have the radiation on the bladder. And within 6 months, I was non-detectable, they call it. He said it's already moved into the bones, so I can't say cancer survivor, but I'm non-detectable.
It's pretty close.
So I still take the meds, and it's good enough for me, bro.
Yeah. You're still
And
here.
yes, you can. Because one of the things that we say is the moment you are diagnosed, you become a survivor.
Okay.
So
I like
you are
that.
absolutely a survivor.
I like it. Yeah.
That's cool.
And the people were great.
So you have to check certain levels and appointments and things you have to keep up with.
Yeah, I'm down to, first it was monthly, and then it went to every 6 months, about a year ago, I suppose. And I think after that it goes to a year. Yeah.
Whatever
I'm in
your
that
doctor
stage
tells you.
right now. What's that?
Whatever your doctor tells you.
Yeah, I really trust the guy. They were a good team. They talked to me. They didn't talk at me. They gave me the choices, and I got to go home and research and see what I wanted to do.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah, the meds and the chemo is pretty rough on you. You know.
You still have to do the chemo, and
I take chemo meds.
you don't have to do the actual whole.
No. After they told me I'd be doing it for a year, but at 6 months I became non-detectable.
Right. Well, all right.
Yeah, brother.
That's amazing.
To do it. Yes.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
amazing.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you.
And Karen, how did yours start? What made you first realize that you had cancer?
So I went in for a routine mammogram, and it was in 2020, in February of 2020, and they found a lump, and so they did a lumpectomy. And when they had originally told me it was just going to be lumpectomy and some radiation and that everything was going to be fine. And so I went in and had the lumpectomy, and they found an invasive tumor right in the middle of the mass. And so that we went immediately to chemo. And so after I was in chemo about 3 weeks, my oncologist called me in and she said, you know what? I've had too many surprises with you. I want to do a guided MRI on the other side just to make sure that there's not something that the mammogram missed. And sure enough, there was a second primary cancer in the other side. And so 7 months of chemo and a double mastectomy. And so I'm almost 5 years. I'm at 4.5 years right now.
Oh,
And so, so I'm coming up on that 5-year mark.
good. Congratulations.
And they call it, my friend calls it, it's no evidence of disease. My friend calls it dancing with Ned because it's no evidence of disease.
I like that. All right.
Well, that's so cool. You guys have a lot of things going on. And, well, definitely hope that you will come back and tell us more about your fundraiser. Tell us about a couple more that you have going on, because I know a lot of people want to hear about that. Any more fundraisers going around just random?
There are so many. It's almost impossible to even tell you all of the ones that are going on just because there are so many that happen, and especially right before relay. There are so many that happen. So we, go to the websites, take a look and see, and there will be something near you in your area or something for you to get involved with. Absolutely.
The Cancer Society helped me out a lot when I went in. I couldn't work or anything. Got down to 137 pounds. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was. I was pretty weak, but they gave me money.
Did you take advantage of some of the, like call the 1-800 number, or take advantage of some of the?
I was a social worker at the hospital.
Okay.
They came and asked if I needed any kind of help. And,
Interesting.
yeah, and, they cut me a couple checks. It really helped. And that's how we met. I moved into the same place you live in.
Okay.
There are so many programs that the American Cancer Society promotes, and some of the dollars that are raised do everything from free lodging for families
Yes.
whose loved ones are going through treatment. There's also a program called Road to Recovery, where if somebody needs rides to treatment, if they're by themselves and don't have family around and they need rides to treatment, then that's something they'll be paired up with somebody who has been, trained and vetted and is part of the American Cancer Society's Road to Recovery program, and so they will drive them to their treatments.
Yeah.
And so there's a number of different programs that the research dog, it's so many people say, well, American Cancer Society is research. And it is. We are working very hard to raise money to find a cure for cancer. But there are so many other programs that the American Cancer Society has as well, like Hope Lodge and Road to Recovery, and so many. They have a 1-800 number that you can call 24/7, and that's something and they have trained, qualified people to answer questions about everything from emotional stuff to caregiver status to meds to so many different things. And they have 24/7. Anybody can call that anytime and ask anything.
Yeah.
That is related to not only their cancer, but also if they have a loved one with cancer and they just don't know what to do or are not sure, then that's something that they can do as well. And then cancer.org is, if you're looking for a reputable place to look for answers, then cancer.org is definitely a reputable place to do that, because so many people go out and you just Google whatever the symptoms are, or Google whatever the disease is, and so you never know what you're going to get when you do that. And so cancer.org is absolutely a reputable place, and you can look up stuff not only by cancer, you can look it up by symptom, you can look it up by diagnosis. There's so many different things, prevention. There's so many different things on that website that are absolutely reputable, and that you're going to get the right answers when you do that.
That's what we need to know.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about your fundraisers before we wrap up. Just anything you want people to know before we wrap up, as far as your website again.
Absolutely.
Different types of stuff.
Okay.
Just anything you want to. Yeah.
So we have 2 Relay for Lives that are coming up that are in this area.
Okay.
And one of them is in Tacoma. That's our legacy event. That's where it all started. And that website is relayforlife.org, and it's /Tacoma-Wa. And you can go on there and you can see all of the fundraisers. You can see all of the vendors that are coming and see what the day's activities are for that one. And that one will be on May 17th.
Okay.
And that one will start at noon. The other one is Relay for Life of Thurston County. And that one is just relayforlifeofthurston.org. And you can go on that one and you can see all of the fundraisers that are coming up. There's a ton of them that are coming up before June. And so that one will happen on June 21st. And that's a 22-hour event. Doors will open at 11:30, and we'll kick it off with our survivor and caregiver lab.
That is so cool. Man, that is so cool. Skip, anything else you want?
What she does, I was unaware of any of the help I could get. I definitely wouldn't have made it probably without a caregiver. They called them caretakers, but once it became a caregiver after a while. And my life would have been rough, really rough without her.
Wow, okay.
So that's really great stuff you do.
And thank you very much.
Yes.
And that's one of the amazing things about the American Cancer Society that I don't think a lot of people realize, because so many people know about research, but they don't know about these other programs.
Correct.
And so the 1-800 number, or just even going to cancer.org, and some of these other things about, being able to be driven to appointments or any of those kinds of things, and free lodging for loved ones. And so there's so many programs out there that are in addition to research. And so I'm so glad you were able to take advantage of some of those. That's so wonderful. And we have survived it.
Yeah.
We have survived it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You guys survived, and I'm here to interview you, and thank you for surviving.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you
Three-way.
so much. Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Cool. And I hope to have you guys back soon. I want to thank you again, Karen.
Absolutely.
And what's the good website again for you?
So for the one for Thurston County is relayforlifeofthurston.org.
Okay.
And the one for Tacoma is relayforlife.org/Tacoma-Wa.
Okay.
And then if you just want to know about other events and things that are happening in your area, if you just simply Google Relay for Life near me, you will find all kinds of things that come up.
Got you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
And I want to thank you for tuning in to my show, Charities, and I will see you again soon. Bremerton.